Welcome to Symbols and Synchronicity. Here on our channel, we analyze the meaning of signs, symbols, synchronicities, and spiritual messages conveyed by the world around us. Today, we're going to examine the fascinating topic of bat symbolism and what these creatures can teach us about life and spirituality. You know, when you spot a bat flitting through the dusky skies, it can be taken as more than just a chance encounter. Perhaps it's a window into a world of ancient beliefs and messages. So, what do bats really represent spiritually speaking? Well, we've put together a list of 5 core meanings that will illuminate the spiritual and symbolic meaning of seeing bats fly through the sky. Transformation and rebirth. First of all, let's talk about how bats represent transformation and rebirth. Bats represent the cycle of life and death. This is because at dusk, they emerge from hidden places, appearing to be born into the night. And then, just as soon as they're born, when the sun rises, they once again die back into their underworld. Therefore, bats are urging us to embrace change and shed negativity. They're like nature's way of saying, let go and grow. Allow the things you don't want in your life to die away, while the things you do want will come to be born and grow in their place. Sight beyond sight. So next, we're going to talk about bats representing supernatural senses. Or we could say, sight beyond sight and psychic abilities. Bats represent uncanny intuition because they're able to hunt in the dark. They rely on seeing the unseeable with their keen senses, but not their sense of sight. So, bats can teach us to trust our intuition and consider fresh perspectives, encouraging us to communicate and seek solutions beyond what meets the eye. New perspectives. Bats are powerful symbols of seeing the world from another perspective. The reason for this is twofold. Firstly, bats hang from the roofs of caves upside down, so their view of the world is naturally inverted. And secondly, bats are nocturnal. So where we see sun, they see the moon. Where we see light, they see dark. So, bats are telling you to imagine the world from another perspective. And seeing the world from another perspective can be very helpful. It can help you problem solve, or it can help you see the other person's perspective when in a relationship. Movement between worlds. As we mentioned earlier, bats represent rebirth, but there's also something else within that vein of symbolism. That is transferring yourself between worlds. Bats are seen as emerging from the underworld at twilight and returning to it at dawn. And so, bats represent the power to move between very different worlds. This can manifest in your life as adaptability to very different situations. Maybe you move across the country and settle right in, or maybe you go from one job to another job with no issues whatsoever. And so, seeing a bat could signify the end of problems and the start of exciting opportunities. Astral Travel. You might know the concept of astral travel by its more fashionable name, astral projection. This is the belief that your soul can travel the world, even the universe, and leave the body behind. Certain animals are associated with astral projection, and the bat is one such animal. So, if you see a bat, don't be afraid to explore the topic of astral projection and allow your imagination to run wild. So there you have it. 5 key spiritual meanings you can glean from seeing a bat. Thanks for coming along for the journey. Today, we've learned that the spiritual significance of bats isn't just about the night and darkness. It's about transformation, embracing change, and gaining new perspectives. Whether you see them as symbols of rebirth or messengers from the beyond, bats certainly have a lot to teach us about our own spiritual experience. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then consider subscribing, because we put out new videos about spiritual meanings, synchronicities, and symbolism every week. Thanks for watching.